So Crypto Universe, I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to double back to do a video about Flare and some updates regarding Flare. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I'm getting into here, it's actually just a post from the Flare networks. I think it was very inspiring, and I think we all can relate to this post where they simply say, no one talks about the momentum until it becomes too loud to ignore. I think we all can relate to that in our day-to-day lives when we feel like underdogs. And I know Flare and Flare Networks, as well as several other crypto projects, probably feel the exact same way. They're seeing all of this attention go to Bitcoin, go to Ethereum, go to Solana, and they're saying, hey, we sleeping giants over here, man. Y'all aren't paying attention to what's happening right under your nose. So to get into the next story here regarding Flare, they just posted an update showing that they're closing in on $200 million in DeFi TVL on Flare networks. Now, for the people that don't know, TVL stands for Total Value Locked. In other words, this is the amount of money that people have deposited into Flare networks to use their DeFi. And this is a very big deal. Reading the rest of the post here is a quick rewind of milestones that lit the fuse for this. July 2024, Layer 0 V2 connects Flare to 75 chains. August 2024, DeFi emissions program launches. September 2024, FTSO V2 goes live. March 25th, VDC launches, which includes, Doge, the XRPL, and Bitcoin data. April 2025, USDTO debuts on Flare and is listed on Kraken. Now, for the people that don't know, USDT 0, I meant zero. USDT 0 is Tether. In the words of Hugo Falan, who's the CEO behind Flare, he describes it as Tether 2.0. It's a version of Tether that is compatible with Flare. And then also May 2025, FXRP goes live on Songbird. And then they shout out to the people that were associated with the partners they have associated with this being a part of this journey. And they finished the statement off by saying, and this is just a warm-up. What's next will unlock even more. Ladies and gentlemen, I think they're trying to get people hype and excited. Just a warm-up. Are you not entertained? Just a warm-up. For the people that don't know, they were just at $180 million just like a day or two ago. Now you're talking like a day or two later, they jumped to $191 million. They're closing in on $200 million. They probably will pass $200 million within the next few weeks or even the next few days, depending on how things work out. But again, I'm very excited that more and more people are joining in on the Flare, that are getting on Flare DeFi. Next post I wanted to get into here is from she's a popular crypto influencer on Twitter named Sarah. She had what I thought was a very dope analogy when it comes to describing Flare, but also DeFi as a whole. But she was specifically talking about Flare here, so I wanted to get into it right now.
This natural system explains DeFi better than any white paper. At Plitvice, water doesn't just fall randomly. It moves through systems that are naturally carved and perfectly connected. Each tier leads into the next, with no stops, no friction, just pure motion. And that's exactly what Flare has built for crypto liquidity. By making its own infrastructure, Flare has created a system where capital enters easily, moves freely, and earns yield without detours or dead ends. And just like water at Plitvice, value flows where it's meant to.
So yeah, I thought that was a very dope analogy. I mean, she referenced a very specific waterfall, but it doesn't really matter. Just in general, describing a waterfall in general and using that as an analogy to compare to what DeFi and what Flare networks can do for the entire crypto space, I thought was a great idea. So that was a dope video. Last thing I wanted to get into here was actually related to XRP, and it's also about Dubai. So apparently, and this is reported by Cointelegraph, Dubai Land Department teams up with Ctrl Alt to launch the Real Estate Tokenization Project, selecting the XRP Ledger as the blockchain of choice. Yes, the XRP Ledger will be the blockchain of choice for Dubai's Land Department's attempt to tokenize real estate. Very big deal. Some people are questioning how this can be done. If I'm not mistaken, they're probably gonna try to do this through a side chain. Like you can try to use XRP for smart contracts through like the side chain feature that Charles Schwartz had mentioned a couple years ago now, actually. So I'm very interested to see if this actually works out, if they do a good job of developing this project, and I'm interested to see what it could do for the XRPL and how much money could it bring for the XRPL as far as people putting money in when it comes to paying for tokenized real estate, or paying for real estate that has already been tokenized on the XRP Ledger. But let me know what your thoughts are. Are you excited about this new development with the XRPL in Dubai? And then also, are you excited that Flare is almost at $200 million in TVL when it comes to their DeFi? And they said it's just a warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited for the warm-up? Are you even prepared? Let me know in the comment section below.